Get ready for cargo shots from the Strat Times, presented by Hactl. Here's a weekly roundup of the latest air freight and logistics news.
This week in global air freight, a quiet but significant partnership emerges. Lufthansa Cargo aligns with a new strategic player on its Trans-Pacific route. As this unfolds, fresh production milestones from Airbus and Boeing offer renewed optimism around timelines for their next-generation freighters. On the Cargo Traffic Watch, we break down Cathay Cargo's June figures and Changi Airport's Q2 traffic stats, plus fresh Q2 revenue numbers from United Cargo and Kuehne Nagel. Stay with us as we take you through this week's top stories from the world of air cargo. I am Nikita Sebastian and you are watching Cargo Shots presented by Hactl. Lufthansa Cargo has teamed up with Indigo Cargo to launch a new cargo routing from Dhaka to Los Angeles via Vietnam. Under the agreement, Indigo Cargo will now operate an A321 freighter from Dhaka via Kolkata to Ho Chi Minh City, from where Lufthansa Cargo will carry the freight onward to LA. Lufthansa will sell capacity on the Trans-Pacific leg, while the entire route is also bookable through Indigo Cargo. The move expands connectivity between South Asia and North America. Lufthansa continues to enhance its European reach via Rome in partnership with ITA Airways. Indigo Cargo, meanwhile, is scaling up its freighter operations and belly hold capacity with wet leased Boeing 787-9s and a growing network to Europe, ahead of its Airbus A350 deliveries from 2027. Staying with the German carrier Swiss World Cargo, the cargo division of Lufthansa Group Airlines Swiss has joined forces with Lufthansa Cargo and United Cargo in a newly expanded Transatlantic Cargo Alliance. Effective 1 August 2025, the three carriers will jointly coordinate cargo operations between more than 200 destinations in the US and hubs in Zurich and Frankfurt. The enhanced partnership aims to deliver greater connectivity, flexibility, and service consistency across the Europe-Americas network. Customers will benefit from improved scheduling coordination, streamlined handling, and integrated booking and tracking systems. The collaboration strengthens the alliance's ability to meet rising cargo demand while offering seamless access to key markets. The carriers mentioned that all activities under the agreement will be conducted in full compliance with US and EU competition laws. European aircraft manufacturer Airbus has completed the first horizontal stabilizer for its upcoming A350 freighter at its Spanish facilities, marking a major milestone in the program. The stabilizer was manufactured at the Cadiz plant and assembled in Getafe. It will be shipped to Toulouse in the coming weeks for installation on the first test aircraft, set to fly in 2026. Airbus is building two A350Fs for flight testing, with production benefiting from commonality with the passenger variant. Spain plays a crucial role in the program, also producing the wings, lower wing covers, rear fuselage, and the main deck cargo door, the largest in the industry. The A350F is designed to cut fuel burn and CO2 emissions by at least 20% over current freighters. Boeing has officially kicked off production of its 777-8 freighter, drilling the first hole in a wing spar, marking a critical structural milestone. Part of the 777X program, the 777-8F is set to become the world's largest and most efficient twin-engine freighter. Teams at Boeing's Composite Wing Center fabricated the spars, skin panels, and stringers. Each wing features two spars, front and rear, each measuring 108 feet in length. The aircraft manufacturer stated that fabricating a pair of spars for each wing requires 392 miles of carbon fiber tape, roughly the distance from Everett to the Montana state line. The combined weight of the two spars is 2,500 pounds. Since launching the program in 2022, Boeing has secured 59 orders for the freighter. The first aircraft is scheduled for delivery in 2028, offering advanced fuel efficiency and capacity to meet growing global cargo demand. Cathay Cargo carried around 130,000 tons of cargo in June 2025, marking a 6.3% year-on-year increase, despite a 6.3% drop in freighter flights. Available freight ton kilometers rose 5%, and revenue freight ton kilometers increased 3%, although the load factor dipped to 58.5%. For the first half of 2025, Cathay moved around 800,000 tons, up 11.3%, driven by strong Southeast Asia-Americas trade and high-tech shipments, including via its Cathay Pharma product. Meanwhile, Singapore Changi Airport reported a 6.2% rise in air freight throughput for Q2 2025, reaching around 500,000 tons. Imports led the growth with an 8% year-on-year jump. In June alone, Changi handled around 173,000 tons, up 9.8% from June 2024 and 6.7% higher than pre-pandemic levels. Growth was seen across all cargo segments, supported by stable demand in key markets such as China, the US, Hong Kong, Australia, and India. United Airlines reported $430 million in cargo revenue for Q2 2025, up 3.8% year-on-year. The carrier transported 327 million pounds of cargo, including nearly 10 million pounds of medical shipments and over 440,000 pounds of military cargo. For H1 2025, cargo revenue rose 6.7% to $859 million, although Q2 cargo revenue ton miles dipped slightly by 0.6%. United highlighted its cargo business as a key contributor to its stronger-than-expected financial results. Meanwhile, logistics major Kuehne Nagel saw air freight volumes rise 7% year-on-year in H1 2025, outperforming market growth. The air logistics unit reported 3.6 billion Swiss francs in net turnover, an 8% increase, while EBIT rose 10% to 230 million Swiss francs. Key growth areas included perishables, semiconductors, and cloud infrastructure. Despite currency headwinds, the company maintained solid overall performance, with total net turnover across all segments reaching 12.5 billion Swiss francs. Kuehne Nagel said it remains on track to strengthen its market position through strategic expansion in air and sea logistics. Thank you for joining us on this week's Cargo Shots. Stay updated by hitting the subscribe button on our YouTube channel and visiting www.stattimes.com for daily news updates. We will be back next week with a new episode of Cargo Shots featuring more interesting stories.
You've been watching Cargo Shots from the Strat Times, presented by Hactl. See you next week with more updates from the air cargo and logistics industry.